Hey guys, so I wanted to, I don't know, maybe somebody's interested in seeing how the development of this little hobby project is done. Maybe not. Maybe this is really self-indulgent. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I just wanted to show you what I'm doing and the progress I've made, and maybe if anybody's interested, I appreciate any tiny little piece of encouragement I get, so it makes it easier to keep working on it. This is the town of Radat from Suikoden 2, and it's always been my favorite town in the whole game, outside of the headquarters, I guess. I think because of the music, honestly, and maybe because of the shoe quest, finding the coin in the river, all of that is really, really charming and sort of fun in a weird sort of way. But I wanted to make Radat mostly because it's small and because I like the music. You can hear there's the music playing in the background here. This is from one of the many variations of Suikoden music that's been released. I think it's the vocal soundtrack, which is kind of shocking because there's no vocals in this. It might be the Asian one. I can't remember. There's so many. But it's from one of these CDs. It's called Her Sigh. So if you want to hear the music, you can find it on YouTube. But yeah, you can hear it playing in the background. It's going to stop soon when the song ends, and I haven't set up a way to make it repeat, which is, not great, but that's hard, and it takes coding, and I haven't done that much coding on this. Most of what I'm doing is just making things look nice, because it's sort of a hobby project, and I don't want to be stressed out. Do a lot of coding at work, so I don't really want to do that much at home. But yeah, this is the outside of the town. This is the road leading into the west side of town. So I guess if the whole world was done, you'd be coming from South Window on this road. South Window would be down that way, and you can see I have not done this area at all. It's very ugly, the texture is very repetitive, and as you get closer to the town, I've done more stuff. I added a farm over here because the space looked too empty without it. I've also added a bunch of hills, mostly because they hide what's ahead, which makes it easier for the computer to render things, and also basically makes the world look a little more interesting. Yeah, but as you get closer to the town, there's more detail. I've got some trees up here. I had to go easy on the trees because everything eats resources, and my computer's not that great. So I'm probably getting like maybe 20 frames a second right now, which isn't great. Some little flowers. I got this great Japanese architecture asset pack, which I use for the buildings in Radat, which the buildings here are quite a lot more complex than what they are in the game, but I don't know, I think that it fits. It's a very obviously Japanese style town in the game, so it makes sense to use some sort of classical Japanese housing architecture here. These sake pots, you can see a lot of them in the game, like quite a lot, and they're also in Radat. You can see them all over the level. I've got a whole bunch of different styles of villagers coming from all kinds of different countries, which originally I wasn't crazy about. I didn't like it because, there's no consistency. But if you think about Suikoden, yes, generally each town has a theme, but there are definitely lots of different cultural styles visible in any place. And when I put them into the level, it didn't bother me as much as I thought it did. So I guess at least for now, unless somebody is, either willing to pay for some more consistent assets, or
how'd he get so rich?
Yeah, somebody just walked by me and is spitting dialogue. This is from the game. That mansion at the East is Shoe's place. How'd he get so rich at such a young age anyway? Yeah. But here you can see there's a traditional Korean dress and a traditional, probably maybe German, either way, old Roman Empire, Holy Roman Empire style dress here on the left, and neither of them has been coded at all, so they don't do anything. They're just animated to keep going through these repetitive animations. He's in this idle, leaning back animation. She's alternating between these talk animations and an idle animation. So you'll see her hands start to move. So eventually I want to add a dialogue to them. I have a system for that. I can do it. It's not too hard. But this guy over here, he's not programmed either. He's just running through a couple of standard animations. He's supposed to be working on this little farm here. I think I might delete him. I don't really like what he's doing. I just needed somebody to pick up some space over here, and he keeps turning around and facing the wrong direction, which is driving me crazy. He's supposed to be facing towards the flowers. Over here we have our first character that you'll see. He's got a name. He has a name in my code. He doesn't have a name in the game. I guess I forgot to change it. He does have a name. His name is Benin, and he's a bit of a ruffian. You'll find out doing the game's only quest. Which,
how'd he get so rich
you know what?
at such a young age
You
anyway?
already told me about Shoes Place. You don't have to keep telling me, okay? Anyway, so here's our first quest. You talk to this guy, and he's going to tell you he's dressed like a Highland soldier, but this is set after the war from the game. So he's going to tell you that the guy at the door to the inn is blocking his way, and he needs to get in there because he left his clothes there. And the reason he's dressed up in his uniform is because he went to go visit the memorial to Lord Kiba, which is north of here. And I have made a path to and a sort of rough draft of that memorial, which maybe we'll go visit. But it looks like nighttime is coming, and I don't want to do it at nighttime because I haven't put any lights down. But you can see the sun is setting. And there's another character over here. He has a name as well. He actually does have a name, Jacob. I need to close these doors so that you can't tell the inside of these houses is grass. But if you look through here, you'll see somebody familiar. Dun, 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 dun. It's Yoshino. Not perfect. She doesn't have the correct hair, but yeah, it's pretty good. She's doing her laundry, you know. That's what she does. And here is Shu's house. It's the biggest house in town. By far the biggest. It's massive. It's taking up so many resources. I wish I could delete it, or at least get a simpler one. Yeah, sun's setting. That would be the east over there. That's toward the old mercenary camp. That's the west. So I don't know where the sun is. I guess it's down. This is the river, which goes up quite a ways north. And it is animated to flow. It does flow down river. It looks pretty bad right now. I don't know. I think I must have stretched out the river too much. Apparently I also raised the level too high because it seems to have sunk my boat. There's a whoops, there's a ship there, and I sunk it. Anyway, I'll fix that. It's very easy. In fact, I'll fix it right now. Show you guys what it's supposed to look like. Here we go. Okay. Oh, I messed that up. Okay. Just use a little grab tool here. Click my river. Eventually. That's not it. There it is. Okay. Yeah, and just drag that down to where it should be, which is about there, maybe? Not quite there, a little lower than that. Okay. I guess that's good enough for now. Yeah. There's the boat. The boat's got this little up and down bobbing animation. Shouldn't be water in it, but I messed up. I hate this bridge. I really hate it. I haven't found a better one. Really, the texture looks terrible. The bridge looks terrible. I really don't like it. If you were to keep going east on this road, you would eventually get to the mercenary fortress, which is just over this hill. Let's go see that. I'm just kidding. Of course, I have not done this. There's nothing over here. The edge of the world is here. If you keep going, you will fall off forever and ever and ever. I don't know where it is. It's really hard to see at night. Wow. It's very, very dark. How about we just get up on this hill and go look down at the town, where there are no lights. I have to program the lights in to turn on at a certain time of the day, which is not hard. It's just a tedious and annoying thing to do, so I've been putting it off in favor of more visually rewarding things. Here's Radat. You can see I have not done the south side of town at all. It's very flat and textureless. The north side of town, I've made some progress. You can see one light right there. There's another one inside this house. I think you can kind of faintly see the glow. Yeah, so there's a fair bit done. You know, not a ton, but I think it looks pretty good. I like the night and day cycle. I like the river. It's fun to explore this town. I'm enjoying it. I actually like, right now, I always feel worse about anything I make a few months later, but right now I really like the little quest I wrote between the Highland Soldier and the Dunan Veteran. It's kind of fun. I've got a lot of work to do. I still have to finish that quest and write another one that's going to happen at the Kiba Memorial after I put some lights there. I'm thinking about doing some fireflies too. If you guys have any ideas for quests that could take place around Radat and are set a few years after the war, I'm definitely interested. I haven't implemented combat yet, but I plan to, so if it's combat related, that's okay too. Bye bye.